Good evening, I'm Shelby Williams for Plano City Council, Place 5. As I promised, I'm going to do a recap of all of our City Council meetings, starting with tonight, Monday, October 28th. We opened our preliminary open meeting tonight discussing with a presentation about public safety communications. The big pull away from that is you can now text 911. If you can't talk, text. Just text to 911, provide as much information as you can, your location, and that will be as good as talking. Next, we had a review of the Neighborhood Empowerment Zone, which covers less than 1 square mile of downtown Plano. The Neighborhood Empowerment Zone is to waive specific fees for development to encourage improvements and development in the area. There was a proposal to review for exemption from the fees on a case-by-case basis rather than on a blanket basis for anything within the Neighborhood Empowerment Zone, recognizing again that it is less than 1 square mile. Then we moved on to a discussion of the city comprehensive plan, which I'm going to actually skip and save for the end because you need some kind of teaser. So then we went to the regular meeting. In the regular meeting, first, this was really cool. We got an email from a citizen who was pulled over by one of our Plano police officers for going 10 miles an hour over the speed limit. And despite getting pulled over, they were let off with a warning. They had a glowing review. And they said, and I quote, incredibly citizen-oriented police force. So kudos to the Plano Police Department for that. Thank you for all you do. We also had a vote for a specific use permit for a trade school that was non-contentious, had no speakers, passed quite easily. And then we reviewed the new vision statement that the council crafted in early September in a retreat that we had. And the critical success factors. Those are available on my Facebook page as well as the City of Plano website. The vision statement I'll recite for you right now, in short, is Plano is a global economic leader bonded by a shared sense of community where residents experience unparalleled quality of life. Then, after the regular meeting, we gavelled out and we went back to the unfinished portion of the preliminary open meeting. So the comprehensive plan, what we discussed tonight was the ad hoc commission that we are putting together. Deadline for applications for that is, I believe, November 8th, if I'm not mistaken. If you wish to apply to the ad hoc citizen commission for the comprehensive plan review, and then the council, each council member will be nominating 2 applicants each for a total of 16 members at the November 11th City Council meeting. We reviewed the plan of how it's going to work, and basically it's going to have a give and take back and forth with the Planning and Zoning Commission. The proposal was made by Christina Day, City Planning Manager, to require a supermajority, 75% consensus between both the Ad Hoc Commission and P&Z before moving forward with elements. We have titled this, given this the working title, the Plano United 2020 Plan. And we also met consultant Dan Sefco, who is the proposed consultant to guide us in this process. He's meant to facilitate the entire process in the creation of the plan. Now, this is where we broke down a little bit. It was clear that we had different ideas of what this was supposed to accomplish. There was the partial understanding that we were going to engage in a 5-year update to the Plano Tomorrow plan, regardless of what we called it. I had been under the understanding since the July meetings that we would be creating a new comprehensive plan. That is not to say that there is nothing in Plano tomorrow that can't be reused, that we have to pretend there's nothing there, no basis on which to build, but I believe it's a difference in approach. If we scrap what we already have and build from the ground up pretending nothing pre-existed, that's kind of counterproductive. On the other hand, if we just back into the old plan and we revisit specific parts of it, looking for things to tweak, I think what we're going to end up with is Plano Tomorrow 2.0. And Plano Tomorrow, the whole reason we want to move forward with the Plano United 2020 plan is because Plano Tomorrow was so divisive in terms of the vision for our community. At least when it concerns the land use map, which is unquestionably the most contentious part of the plan, I want to make sure that we are reimagining the land use holistically and very forward-looking. A comprehensive plan is supposed to take us 20 to 30 years in the future. Doing the math, that'll put us at 2050. What is our city going to look like in 2050 after vast swaths of it are redeveloped? We're mostly built out, but we've got significant redevelopment coming, as well as infrastructure redevelopment. So we came to a general consensus that we're going to move forward with the ad hoc commission. We're going to make the appointments. How we approach the plan, whether we back into it and revise, or we build going forward using all of the non-contentious aspects of Plano Tomorrow, is still a little bit up in the air. We didn't have a solid consensus on that. I think we all did agree that everything is on the table. We want to be inclusive of considerations rather than exclusive. We don't want to create a box for either the ad hoc commission or P&Z and say, this is only what you can do. They can revisit anything they want. And I also wanted to make sure that we had regular citizen checkpoints and community checkpoints and involvement throughout this process. Because we are working on a fair basis of things that were done with Plano Tomorrow just a few years ago, I don't anticipate that this will take the full 2 years of Plano Tomorrow. And in fact, I anticipate it'll take probably about a year. That's what I'm going to be driving toward, but as I expressed tonight, while I do want this to be a fast process, that's a secondary consideration to getting it done right. So I welcome your feedback. I encourage everybody to always reach out with your thoughts to your elected officials, not just me. And if you have any questions, of course, always feel free to get in touch with me. Thank you very much, Plano. Good night.